Hello everybody and welcome to Parks Bros. It is Drew here and I wanted to analyze the new area for Magic Mountain for 2019. So this video will be going over the entire area of what used to be Cyclone Bay and what will most likely be called Adrenaline Alley by next year, and the new coaster that's going inside. Let's start off by talking about the main pathway in this new area. I think it's going to be pretty much the same. I will outline it here on the map where I think the main pathway will go. Maybe slight changes, but that's about it. Not too much different for the main path, besides maybe moving over a little bit where the Sky Coaster is, and just sliding over a little bit in some other areas, like where the entrance to Deja Vu used to be. That'll all be squished back is my guess. Now let's move on to some new buildings. I do know, at least I think I know, where the new station will end up being, and I will put that right here. And as well as a gift shop, I will also put where I think that will be as well. This will end up changing what I think about the queue and the exit and all of that very soon. I also do think there will be a couple more buildings. Now, whether they are games or maybe food stalls or something along those lines, I will put those in now. I will outline them in the map. Now moving on to the queue, I think this is where the entrance will end up being, and it will kind of wrap around the two buildings, maybe even going in between them, and then having some switchbacks in this area here that I've marked off into the station. And I will probably think that the exit is going to go right here and possibly follow the queue, at least for a little while, until it gets into the gift shop and then exits out through the gift shop, because of course you gotta exit through the gift shop. Like, it's an amusement park. But getting all of those out of the way, I am going to move on what I think the coaster layout is going to look like. We already know where the station is, and now let's move out through the launch track, which I think the first launch will be right here, until it comes up around on a turnaround or a top hat going over the main path and going towards the go-karts. I think either one of those will work. I think it really just depends on the speed and what type of coaster it is at this point, depending on what it will be. If it's more of a family-oriented, I'm guessing more of a overbank or just a turnaround right there. And if it's more extreme, I'm gonna go with top hat. Now, going over the go-karts, I don't really know what else to put here besides maybe a type of Immelman or a Sidewinder or a twist and dive, possibly. Just something that will be very narrow, but that will turn the train around in a very quick fashion. It doesn't have to invert, but my guess it will be an inversion, or at least close to an inversion at this point, possibly even a dive loop, and it will turn around this way towards Apocalypse's entrance. Now, during this straight line, I do think there will be twisting elements, and where it's kind of dueling itself with later track that we will go over. And if it's more extreme, I could see kind of like a Twisted Colossus type of deal where there's an inversion over an Airtime Hill or something like that, but lots of changing sides and intertwining with itself at this point in time. Possibly even some Airtime Hills over the Apocalypse entrance. If they keep it there, I think they will, just considering every other marker that's over on the next side that we will go over. But as soon as it goes over the entrance to Apocalypse, I do think there will be more of this intertwining, but it will slowly start to careen off to the right side until it does kind of an interesting turnaround. And I will mark that out now, what I think it will be like. Kind of a quick turn, and then some more quick bank turns, almost like a Cheetah Hunt does in its little ravine section. Just very quick bank turns. Then it will end up being on the left side and pair up for a launch with the other new train that's going to be coming out of the station, and you have the second launch there, possibly a dueling top hat right afterwards, or another bank turn, and kind of repeating the same process just next to the train that it's dueling itself until it hits the turnaround right above the go-karts, and then does some twisting maneuvers intertwining with the other train, maybe an inversion or two, or some Airtime Hills, until it hits the turnaround, and pretty much does the same type of layout just for a second time, maybe with some slight differences, of course. maybe one more inversion, one more airtime hill, you know, stuff like that. Maybe a stangle dive. I would love to see a stangle dive. But then it will come around, and that last turnaround end up on the right side and hit the brake run right above the pathway where the vending machines are right now at this moment in time until it goes into the station. That is my analysis of what I think the new coaster and area is going to be like. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, what you think this coaster is going to do, whether it is going to be more extreme or more family oriented. You tell me. I'm really interested to see what you guys think, and I'm really excited for the announcement tomorrow night. Ooh, it's getting ever closer. Whew. It's getting pretty exciting now, so I'm really happy that it's this close, but also pretty nervous at the same time. So we will have tons of coverage tomorrow for that, probably very late at night, but I will make sure to do as much as I can for the new coaster in the first day, and I'm super excited because we are definitely in crunch time. But of course, if you liked it, like it. If you didn't like it, dislike it, go for it. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. We're going to have construction updates galore in the next coming months with this new coaster being announced and being constructed. I'm, again, super excited. I can't tell you how excited I am. So until next time, we'll see you on the next ride.